Hi there, I thought I'd show my face because I haven't shown my face for quite some time, and I thought like I was subconsciously disengaging from these videos slightly by not showing my face, so I just thought I'd just show my face and introduce this daily vlog. The time is midnight. Started the vlog way too late on this. It was Tuesday, but now it's Wednesday. So I'm going to draw an idea that I've had, but it's like to do with like trying to draw a zombie coming out like a drawn circle, but it's more like a zombie that's just reaching for something. I've done a quick sketch in my sketchbook, but I wanted to draw a more detailed drawing perhaps. See there, done one in my sketchbook. And yeah, I just want to start to ink this. I'll probably ink that separately, but I want to do another drawing on my drawing board and just approach it slightly different than I did in there, and just see how it goes. Yeah, so that's what I'll do. So it all starts with a circle, and I think about here I'll do. So I think I'm like obsessed by drawing these circles and then having stuff come out, coming out of them, like creatures and stuff like that. So I'm just going to reference that picture that I've already sketched in my sketchbook, and maybe try and improve on it, or maybe just recreate it. But I think the one in my sketchbook I'll just ink and leave it as that, but this one in time I'll probably colour. But I want a lot of the detail to pretty much remain the same, but try and do a bit more of it. So sketching the arm again, having it reach out, and then it sort of breaks the circle like it's obviously reaching out. Lots of detail of the teeth and some missing teeth and things like that. It's also a chance to fix things that I didn't really like about that sort of sketch, which there wasn't much about that drawing that I didn't like. But yeah, it's good to redraw things sometimes, especially when you think you've done a successful sketch. It's just best to sort of like retread what you've done and just see if you can better it. So yeah, I've got the arm there. And move this along slightly. Sketch the fingers out. I know I had some trouble sketching the fingers out before, just to get them spaced out and looking like it's reaching for something. But I think it's just best to work through that little design problem. There's like some rags to the clothing, which sort of helps make it look like a rotten looking zombie. Still sort of working out a lot of the fingers. I'll have to do a smaller one there. Yeah, I'll have to. We've got the basic sort of outlines that we need. I'll start to add in a bit more detail now. Fleshy bits. And within the circle on that original sketch, I did like blood drips, which was going diagonal, but I since sort of realised that they might just have to drip straight down, so I'll just try and aim for that in this drawing at least. Very different drips. I think it just adds something to the background. Want the clothing to be slightly more ragged, giving me a chance just to add more unnecessary detail again. Yeah, so we're creating a much different drawing to the one that I did. It's taking its own path, and that's what I like about redrawing certain things, especially like similar drawings. Just have a chance to redraw it and draw it differently. So you can see, especially the head looks a bit more, more different, when I compare it to that. This one looks more detailed, like there's more of a, I don't know, a detailed look. Whereas this one, there's more of like an expression, I'd say. I don't know, can't really explain. But it is useful to redraw certain ideas. Even if the previous one was successful, I think it's always worth revisiting a drawing, sometime later down the line. Got the ear there. To work out the shadow, which is usually under the eyes, and the nose socket there. Got a lot of darkness in the mouth as well with other stuff, blood and other things. I think I'm going to start to ink this quickly, and again, it'll be another drawing that I can try and finish off at a later time. But yeah, this sketchbook, you'll probably see a tour of it when I've completed it. It's got all these sticker type designs, and this could be a sticker design, sort of like breaking the circle with this hand. And yeah, so you'll see that in the future, like a sketchbook tour. I think it'll be the third one that I've done. So right, I'm going to start inking this now, and we'll see how it goes. So I've got the usual brush pen. I want that line to continue there, and then it just breaks out under there. I've done the thicker line right at the bottom, underneath the arm. I think that's important to do that. The hand, I'll do a thicker line at the base of the fingers, and then that'll be like all thin ink pen. Get a lot of the shadows done. I'll leave some spaces here and there. As usual with my sketches, I don't like to go too overboard with the brush pen. I just like to get a few little marks here and there, and then use a really thinner sort of ink pen. I won't use that one because it's nearly running out. Best go and catch it. Yeah, so sort of thin ink. The lines are really sketchy, and that's the sort of effect I want to go for. That bit comes under there, probably goes over there and joins up with that rag bit there. Which I think this one's running out as well. They've lasted a long while, these Pigma Microns. I'd rather keep it all sketchy, and then I can come back later and just like tightly focus on the ink work. These hands may need a bit more work. So often I like to sketch like this whilst inking. Don't ask me why, I don't really know. I think I just like the style of it. Keeps it fresh, I suppose, with the energy within the ink lines. And yeah, I think stuff in real life, it's not perfect, is it? So why pretend? I think that's why I don't actually finish some drawings. Mainly as I start new ones, but I just like the sketchiness of a drawing. Because I could always come back to it. I'm amazed I'm doing this vlog and this camera is actually not having errors on it or something like that. I just took the battery out and gave it a clean. There was a slight bit of dust on it, so I don't know if that was affecting it. I don't know. I'm not an expert when it comes to technical stuff, and sometimes I just leave stuff, and then things like either right themselves and correct themselves later on, or they don't. But it's been okay so far. So I did a bit more recording on some other little video bits and pieces as well, so it's been okay. As for this daily art vlogger, it's nearly 1:15, and I think that's the latest I've ever started a vlog. But it is the summer holidays, so I can stay up. I don't have to be up at, well, I do have to be up early, but got the Sky engineers coming out to fix one of the Sky things in one of the rooms, so I'll have to be up early. Lots of detail on this clothing, lots of rag looking lines. Bit more on the face, the teeth there. Just enjoy doing rotten zombie faces. So you can just make up the ink lines, and you can keep them all sketchy as well, because the faces are falling apart anyway, so no, like two zombies will look the same, especially when I draw them. Yeah, I like this. So I've had to start using another ink pen that was going. I think that one's running out. This is like an 01, which is slightly thinner, but I can still get some of the ink lines that I need to do. One of the things I really like, particularly about these ink pens, is you can do like lots of detailed cross hatching, and you know, here and there, and for the shadowed areas, and it actually looks quite good. Although you can't see it because I haven't zoomed in at this point, but I've seen it on my other drawings anyway. And you couldn't really see the other sketch that I did properly, so I've uploaded it to my Instagram account, so you can see it there. And you know, I think I'll call it the Zombies Reach. Try and give my artwork, some titles, so other people do it. It makes it, gives it an arty feel, I think, if I give my artwork a title. So I've just been looking on YouTube the past few days, and there's some really good art documentaries. I was really sort of getting into other artists like process and things like that, and I think there was this series that was originally on BBC 4, but it's on YouTube. Something like what artists do in a day or something like that, and you know, there's a few musicians in it and things like that, but it's generally just artists and things within the documentary. I just found that series interesting. I've still got a few more to watch, but it's nice just seeing other artists sort of process when creating, and I sort of identify with the artists as well when they're trying to create their art, and they sometimes struggle to get something down on paper or canvas or something like that, or they wipe the whole thing completely, you know, even though it looked fine, but then to them it's more of getting it how they wanted it, so you know, which I can perfectly understand. And I've done that myself. I suppose that was why I redrew this, just to obviously make a YouTube video out of it, but just to see if I can improve on the original drawing idea that I had. So I've done a few versions of this in the past, and I just like the idea of it, so I think I'm just going to zoom in slightly. There we go. I can start to do some mad hatch work. I think I just like this to go mad with the hatching, go in different directions here and there. Try and like show the creases in this. In the zombie clothing. Obviously I've done a thicker line under there, so the shadow can come from that area, so try and keep within the circle on this back bit, because the arm comes out somewhere there of the circle, so that's what I want to try and achieve with that. A lot of darkness there. So I do the lines slightly closer together, but not actually fill in the area completely. Leave little white spaces just to show little gradations of tone and things like that. I could overdo this at times, and that's fair enough, but I just like to add lots of detail to a drawing. I hate this squeaking chair. I tried to sort it out, but it's just too squeaky. Draw more lines at the top. It's about trying to work out the dynamics of the drawing really. That's the bottom jawbone there, coming out there. I could probably put another tooth or two there. The bottom, just to show the bottom. Yeah, it's a good call. A bit of spittle. I suppose the tiny details help as well. I think I've avoided it, but I've got to go back to these fingers. Try and make some sense of it. Middle finger has to be the longest, and that one has to be a bit shorter there because I think I've overdrawn it. I suppose the hand, I'd probably have to come back to it and add some thicker lines just to, you know, say like underneath, you know, thicken it out a bit that way, that sort of thing. Let's make that finger go that way, because it's trying to reach out for something. The thumb would be somewhere over here, so I won't draw that because it'll be behind them fingers, I think. Perhaps. That's my reasoning anyway. Just draw bits of stuff falling off. Maybe stuff dripping off as well, little bits. All the details always add something to it. So yeah, I've got them blood drips to do. I'm trying to make them the only smooth things in the drawing really, because that'll add a nice sort of layer of colour to it when I maybe do add colour to it. I think I'm definitely going to do like an update video on all the other illustrations that I've started and not finished. I just think I have to do that because I've started way too many drawings and not finished them, so I've got to do some kind of update video just to show you the progress of some of them. Some of them, I'll be honest with you, I've just abandoned, which I'll probably finish sometime, but the problem is I always have more ideas, but I've just got to finish sort of a body of work really, and you know, then I can properly feel like I am an artist. So yeah. It's like a blank looking eye there. I like to do loads of cross hatching, but I will update you with this, with probably on Instagram as well, and always keep an eye on my Instagram account as well, because I post stuff that you might not see within the videos sometimes. But yeah, I'll update you within these videos as well, so we'll see how that goes on this drawing. So there's the rough sort of ink work that I sometimes like to just leave it for a day or two. Other times I just leave them and, you know, come back to them months later. But I thought it was worth redrawing this drawing from my sketchbook. Not so much as well, it was a recreation of it, but I like to draw it slightly different. I mean, the original had more detail because I spent a bit more time on it, and also my mind was preoccupied by watching the TV as well, so I could just draw it. But I will be inking this one as well, because I think it's fair that I just complete some ink drawings within this little sketchbook. But yeah, I would like to work on this a bit more, but for now I'll just leave it there. It's a daily vlog, and it is 1 o'clock now in the morning, so I've got to edit a warm up Wednesday video, and I've got to do a bit more on that graphic novel production notes video that I should have done for last week, but slightly behind. But I had some problems on Sunday with the camera, so yeah, well, can't be helped. So I hope you enjoyed that one. I feel sort of like subdued because I've I don't know, tired, but then I think I work best on the night, to be honest, so I think I'm going to do more of these late night sessions and stuff. Work a bit earlier when there's nothing on the TV to distract me, because I watched that Outcast tonight, which took an hour out of my time. But anyway, I'm rambling now. I'm going to grab myself a coffee, work into the night, and you'll probably see some updates on my Instagram and Facebook and things like that. And hopefully I'll just obviously upload this, which you'll see when I've, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers now.